I think it was his 11th regional, and 7 of them in day 2'd. So when I sat across the video, he was like, "Oh, how many have you played?" I was like, "Oh, this is my first one."
He must have probably thought, "Oh no," or "I'm gonna wreck this guy."
Yeah, like he didn't know, and then I handed the sheet over, and he went. I remember him saying like, "Oh, this is a really cool team. You're gonna lose."
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the DHH podcast. My name is Luke, and join with me each and every single week. I do have my lovely co-host Jake. Jake, say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone. My voice has come back slightly from previous episodes, so we're winning on that front. But it's not just me. It's another guest episode. I'm so happy to have another guest on.
Let's
It's
go.
been a while.
It's been a while.
So we have Phenix, the lovely Phenix.
Let's go.
If you want to say hello to the podcasters, the podcast listeners.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. So yes.
We are now on the trip through the draft league peeps for interviews. We've rinsed real life friends that we could get on camera. So now we're now we're into the virtual reality of internet friends. And I mean, Phenix, I guess the way you met me was by proxy of a raid, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was like Shiny Ninja.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember when I first started streaming, it was. I remember it like clear as day. I was doing DAs to nobody, and then Shiny Ninja raided me for oh god, what was it like?
It's like over 100 people, wasn't it?
Yeah, I lost my mind. And we hit the shiny on the same DA. I have that shiny still in my Pokemon home. It's called Shiny Ninja.
Isn't it an alchemy?
It is.
It was an alchemy.
It's a strawberry sweet as well. It's a very nice strawberry sweet one. Not gonna lie, the mint one is the best. The mint one is the best.
The DAs only have the base form though. They don't have different.
So I suppose we should start by getting a little bit of a backstory. Because we don't know you before then.
No.
What were you doing before that Shiny Ninja raid?
Well, it was mainly just me playing Pokemon because despite people knowing me for like knowing a bunch of stuff about Pokemon, I only got my start in Pokemon in Sun and Moon. Like I'm really recent to the Pokemon company.
Okay.
I also wasn't really into like turn-based RPGs and stuff like that. Pokemon was the first of that. And before then, it was just like gaming, like literally first-person shooters and like third-person shooters, and then Terraria and Minecraft.
Oh, so I've never someone explains me Terraria because I've never played it before. Like it's
you got me.
In layman's terms, it's 2D Minecraft.
Okay, I could dig that. I could dig that.
So it's like so it's like crafting and building, but like just not.
It's
like
more more combat focused because there's like guns, there's bows, there's arrows, there's swords. Well, there's obviously swords in Minecraft, but like swords that can shoot laser beams.
I mean that sounds amazing. I always see it on sale, and I think, you know what, maybe it's worth picking up because I mean every Steam review it's ever had is overwhelmingly positive. Yeah. It's just one of those games that is renowned to the community, good. I guess.
And also it's really easy to mod, like simply easy to mod.
I suppose that keeps your game alive. It's like Skyrim, right? We've all played. Skyrim is still going to this day, and
it's still going because of mods. 100%.
I've totally never played Skyrim before. Totally not. Yeah, I've never played Skyrim before.
That's fine. I recommend you do when you have the time, though. Like when it first came out, when Skyrim first came out for me, I was in high school, so I could do whatever I wanted.
Same. I was a freshman. I don't like Skyrim at all because when I don't know if you remember this, Jake, when it came out, it was fucking buggy as shit, and I played about 20 hours of it, and I lost my entire save, and that just ruined my Elder Scrolls experience to the point where I will never touch another Elder Scrolls game ever again because I'm like, nope.
I think it's worth it now. it is worth it now because you get all the improved graphics, especially if you get it on like a semi decent PC. Because I mean, it came out on Xbox 360, and I think it's like the Xbox 360 is like 20 years old or something. I might be wrong, but I think it came out like
2008. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's about 25 years old. I mean, 15 years old.
Oh my
2008,
God.
18. Yeah, it's going on. It's going on 20. That's for sure.
November 22nd, 2005. So close to 10 years.
Oh, 10
okay.
years. I added another decade on. Like, just ignore me.
Oh, no. You're right, Jake. It's almost 20. 2005.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Holy shit, we're old as fuck.
Oh, man.
Yeah, meanwhile, my childhood was literally the Wii, the DS, and PlayStation 3, literally.
Yeah,
that was literally my childhood.
That's top tier childhood, I'm not gonna lie.
That's great.
Yeah.
I wish I grew up in that era.
Good old Mario Kart Wii. Literally taking me like 3 years to unlock my favorite character because I never realized how to unlock him.
To be honest, I still don't understand.
Like the age of like
Phoenix?
The internet, Bowser Jr.
Okay. Age, yeah. No, I remember Mario Kart 7 on the DS. I remember playing that on my bus, my school bus. We'd be going to middle school, and everyone on their mother, because you didn't have to have Wi-Fi. If you just had like your DS, you could like connect and play. Like
local
so, there was
play.
like 8 people on our bus. Yep, local play on the DS on the bus. Mario Kart for 20 minutes on the way to school. The fucking time. I suck ass at Mario Kart to this day. I never won, but I think there's a clip on Jake's fucking like promo video him driving, and you just see my character drive off the side, and you just hear him go.
I remember that. It was on like Ribbon Road.
Yeah, the one with like the floating like paper airplanes and stuff. Oh, it was amazing. That mod vid will never leave.
Wasn't like one of the first ever times I ever like talked on like a Discord video chat.
I think it was.
I was the silent person. I was the silent person for so long.
It was I don't think it was my community day. It may have been Seb's.
I think it was either yours or Seb's. I can't remember, but I just remember. Yeah, like you said, Phoenix. Like, yeah, we didn't know what Phoenix. I think wasn't there a bet in the CCC that if someone was going to win, Phoenix would have to hop in and just speak one time. And I think I just remember that. I was like, oh.
He's gonna speak.
Like
you saw the mic
like
get
a Family Guy gif that I made. I made like a Family Guy meme where it's like, he said it. He said it.
He said it.
So yeah, I mean, well, that's like a really decent intro into Phoenix before us, and then he is now known to our community as Mr. Draft League.
Yes.
The man who started with. Were we your first Draft League? Was the CCC the first?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And how many now?
I think currently 4 active ones, and I'm drafting in 2 more.
It's 6 on the go.
Yeah. And like half of them are like reg draft leagues right now.
But are they all like showdown? Elite?
No, card.
No, they're in game.
Yeah.
Oof. I mean,
the only reason I use Jenning, like that's the only time I use Jenning.
At that point, you have to, right? If you're
you have to when you're running 4.
I mean,
like I'm not going to be looking around like every Pokemon community. Who has a Miraidon? Who has a Miraidon?
That's true. That's really true. So yeah, we met. So Phoenix was initially in. I've been going through the whole CCC back data. Ready for an upcoming series that me and Luke have. Not really. It's not a hidden or secret. The Draft League Diaries.
If you listen to the podcast, you'll know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like only for the people who listen to the podcast, you'll know what we're working on. So if you want to know,
I've been going through that, and I imagine when we get to Phoenix episode, I was saying to Luke, I was like, maybe they just need to be like half an hour long. We don't want to oversaturate someone with, like stuff that they probably don't even know about and maybe don't care about without a backstory, which is like us just interviewing people because the episodic stuff is more for like me to get clips and content and direction in terms of where people want their stories to go in terms of the big whole video. But I suppose when we get to Phenix, it's gonna be
it's gonna be the knowledge dump, dude. Like that's what it's gonna be. Because yeah, because that's what. Yeah, I feel like Phoenix is really like the most knowledgeable person. When like in my like Phoenix, even like on my streams when Phoenix would be in there, anytime I had a question, I would just yell Phoenix, and he would look it up for me, right? And it would, and that's the thing. Like Phoenix is literally like I refer to him as like a encyclopedia of just general knowledge, specifically about Pokemon. And so yeah, when we do get to his episode, it's gonna be very much all right. When we ask him the question, it's like, all right, how do you think the format has changed? He's gonna sit down and be like, well, gonna flip over his page, get his glasses on. He was like, all right, let me take you back to season 1.
All the way back like, when it first started, and our awful moves, awful rule set, and our awful tier lists, and
bro, dude.
I mean, back then it was more casual about it. Good old physical Zapdos fighting a Mamoswine.
I forgot about that.
So, like you said, you joined in like Sun and Moon. So obviously, like in Draft League, that doesn't really matter. Have you gone back and played? Like, I know we tried to do a retro one and it didn't really work. Have you played any like previous formats before then?
The only thing I did was Gen 7 PU, literally.
Okay,
and then like a tournament with some other VGC people in the format where it's like Primal Groudon, Rayquaza, and stuff like that.
What is PU?
It's like
I think I think people just call it PU for like smelly, but I call it partially used.
Yeah, it's
okay.
It's like
the lowest tier.
This OU,
gotcha,
which is like overused, UU, and then I think PU, which is I
thought it was
RU,
I thought it,
NU,
I thought it was
and
RU.
PU. And then in this generation, ZU.
ZU. Gen ZU?
Yeah. This gen, there's so many Pokemon that they're just dropped below PU. They're just like, put them all in a mega game, call it ZU.
Well, I'm glad now that you can play whatever you want now, because I mean, the rise of the emulator has become more and more accepted.
Yeah, very much so.
And I've seen very big YouTubers now doing like AAA drafts, which are almost any ability. Which you can only do. Which you can only do with an emulator, unless they've got it. Super secret Masuda.
Yeah, it's an emulator. It's an emulator.
No, they don't have a super secret switch that lets them do whatever they want.
They've been given super secret information from Pokemon Company, which is
Nintendo flew down like, all right, guys, you're gonna have our special
one time.
Here's your Hadron engine Latios. Here's your Beads of Ruin Frostlass.
So, I mean, outside of Pokemon, you've obviously said like Terraria and stuff. What are you playing at the moment, or is it just Draft League?
I recently got the new Donkey Kong game. I haven't played it yet.
Okay.
But I'm definitely gonna play it at some point.
It's
that's Switch 2 exclusive, right?
Yes.
I think it's the first one, Or was it Mario Odyssey? No, Mario Odyssey technically was the release.
Mario Kart World.
Well, that Mario Kart World or whatever it is. It looks really good. I don't know the name of it, but I wish I'd got my Switch with it. It's just my Switch 2, I didn't have the opportunity. I just saw it come live, and I clicked the one that was still said buy, because the other one was glitching out. I had 8 devices open up at once, and I was VPN'd back into the UK because it had to come out on the weeks I was back in the UK. So I then had to like try and buy it. To be honest, it played it into my hands because Australia being in the future, if it released at midnight, it was like 7 a.m. my time. So it was super easy for me to click them. But what I've seen now is I didn't even have to worry because there's loads of stores
of them out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they definitely did not have issue with supply and demand at all, as they thought they were. I don't know if that's like a good thing or not, but I think I read a report somewhere saying that like this Switch 2 is Nintendo's highest, like most successful console launch ever. Which
I can imagine.
Everyone saw that. Everyone saw that coming.
That was easy.
Yeah, it was pretty easy
to expect. Didn't see that one coming.
Definitely.
But I think people really overthought thought how much they were going to move. So I think Nintendo got a lot of stuff and was just like, all right, well, if it sells really well, we're great. I think what's going to end up happening is once everything in the shelves do go, they're going to have a supply and demand issue like around Christmas time. Like that's going to be their biggest issue because I think they're not going to be shipping a bunch of shit over anymore. I think they're literally the stores right now. They probably just have what's been shipped over, like at least in the US to like whatever the warehouses are. And they're probably not going to get a big shipment until Christmas, and that's going to be the telltale sign of like their supply and demand is when everyone and their mother wants one, because there still hasn't been that game yet for them, like for the Switch, that's going to make people want to buy the game. Like we don't have the new Mario or the new Zelda or the new Pokemon, which are consoles movers. Like as much as we want to think Donkey Kong, like as much as people want to think, I don't even use Donkey Kong. As much as people want to think Metroid Prime 4 is going to move consoles, it's not. Like, it's just not. Like I love Metroid Prime, don't get me wrong, but it's not moving console. It's not moving consoles. Things that are moving consoles are Pokemon, main platformer Mario's and Zelda. Those are and Smash. Those are your console movers right there. Until those come out, they're not going to have a supply issue. Just like the old Switch. I mean, the old Switch didn't have a supply and demand issue at all. But from what I can remember until COVID.
Yeah, and then everyone well, that's because everyone wanted one at the exact same time, which was really weird.
Exactly. Everyone wanted a console at that time. Exactly.
It was. I remember trying to get Rachel hers, and she just didn't want a normal one. You couldn't even get your hands on a normal. She had to have the limited edition one, and it had to be the Animal Crossing one.
Animal Crossing one.
Yeah, no, that's
how much Animal Crossing is a cult.
Yeah, it is a cult. It's a fucking
cult of Animal Crossing.
Bro, it is, dude. That's crazy. It's
be Silence of the Lambs vibes or whatever that game was with like.
No, it's just a bunch of people dressed up in pastel colors standing outside of the GameStop waiting for their Animal Crossing. They're like, we want Nook. We want Nook. No.
Because
the Animal Crossing guys
that released mid-COVID, right?
Hated.
Yeah. What?
I remember that. Yeah,
New Horizons released like mid-COVID.
Yeah. Everyone wanted that game, dude. And it was a good, like, it's a great game as well. But yeah, the supply and demand issues was crazy. Because I remember, I don't know if I'm pretty sure I've told you this, Jake. I don't know if I said it on the podcast or not. But my roommate back home, he wanted a Switch. It really, really bad. And this is like during COVID times too. Again, Luke was working, he was on the grind, he was out and about doing his own thing. Because he was not staying at home. He wasn't lucky. But no, I'm going through the things, and certain stores were only open for like 4 hours, and I was, going through my thing, buying fucking figures and shit with my expendable income. And I went to a store and I literally saw a Switch, like a brand new box Switch. And there was one that I immediately called my friend because he literally mentioned it to me like just randomly that he wanted one. I was like, hey dude, I'm looking at a brand new Switch right now. Give me, if you want it, like just send me $400 right now and you're gonna have a Switch. He's like, what? Really? It's like, you found one? I was like, bro, like I'm standing out here, I'm watching the door, like someone could come in here at any minute and get this Switch. So if you want it, better wire me $400. I was like, I'm gonna buy it right now, but you better wire me $400 like within the next 5 minutes before I tap my card right now.
Come the pastel brigade.
Exactly.
No, Tom.
Exactly.
No, Tom, no.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, exactly. Because it was like that one, and then there was like a Animal Crossing one there, which was like another $100. I'm like, I'm not buying you that one. You don't want that. But
it's the Daniel and then the cooler Daniel.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was like how bad it was because there's no more. Like you couldn't go to Walmart, you can go to Target. Amazon was backlogged. Like you really were relying on those mom and pop like video game sellers. Like it was a retro video game store that sells like old like GameCube games, so they just so happen to have one. But yeah, like it was crazy time back then. But yeah, Switch, man, great console, man. Switch 2, haven't played it yet. Probably won't play it until Gen 10.
I mean, like you've all seen my collections at the back as well. Do you collect anything, Phenix?
Really?
Not really, no.
Not really.
Have you ever delved into the TCG? Like at all?
Oh yeah, the TCG. I sometimes do, but I mainly do to collect the cards because they look cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's I've seen people going wild at the moment. It used to be a meme in my old Twitch chat that in fact it still is there. The point redeem is still in there. That it's like, what is it, 25 million to open up the ETB. I
Have a
recently got
pack of
news
like what's
that
it called? Cardboard.
yeah, all the cardboard,
Yes.
which I now can't afford, which is a really sad thing. It used to be a really
Yeah.
low point redeem. It was like you could watch it for like maybe an hour and get some of the double points if you use like an Amazon Prime sub or
Yeah.
just like any of the
Yeah.
boosts. And you could tell me to open a pack, and I would have like maybe 30, 40 packs just lying
remember
around
that.
in case someone did the redeem. Now I can't even get my hands on one. I remember when I picked the fun story when I picked up my Switch 2. There was a mum in front of me, and she wasn't picking up a Switch 2. She was picking up 2 ETBs of Destined Rivals. And she was like, I don't know
Damn.
why my son's pre-ordered this, but apparently it's really important that I just put it in the bag and leave. And I was stood outside talking to her. I was like, once you get it in the car, I'll explain. So go lock the car real quick. And she was like, why is this? I was like, you don't realize how much that cardboard is worth and how much people are willing to fight to get that cardboard. And I remember showing her
You
videos of
literally used the word cardboard.
yeah, it's
because
cardboard.
it's just
overpriced
fucking cardboard, bro.
True.
That's what it is.
And I
Overpriced
should,
cardboard with little pictures on it.
it is. It's like nice little pretty pictures. But I showed her the video of like the US, the US dudes. You know when they fight over the vending machine? And then
Yeah.
they would put
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one per person, and then someone learned how to hack the vending machine. If you turned it off and on again, it reset all the price.
Yeah.
It reset all the settings so you could buy whatever you want. Oh my god! And she was like, "Oh, so like, what? Will I be able to buy some more?" And I was like, "No, that's it.
No.
Destiny Rivals is done now, and then you'll be waiting for the next set, which is another like 2 or 3 months down the line, and that'll all sell
Yeah.
out again." But back to the
Yep.
ETB, the Greninja star, the shiny
Yeah.
Greninja star, the promo card that's in there. I
The show was
saw
called
recently.
Radiant Ninja.
They should have done it, but it doesn't matter because Greninja Star is better. The star cards are so much better.
Oh, Star. I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
the Radiant Greninja.
Oh no. It is now reached. PSA 10 reached $500. So I'm very glad
Nice.
that no one paid for me to open the ETB because there's one in there and it's sealed.
Yeah. The
You
thing
could
is,
probably
set.
get that for a ton of money.
Yeah, you could probably sell that Generations ETB for like over $1,000 at this
1,000.
point.
I was to say over
Because-
1,000.
Yeah, because at that point, if the card itself is going for 500 as a PSA 10, like the value in there is
Usually the
Like-
promo cards they're a bit lenient on the grading as well, especially because like they're so
Yeah.
common.
yeah,
Yeah.
very much so. Well, I
And
mean, the
there's
thing
like
is, like,
9 or 10 other packs in there as well that could potentially have good pulls as well.
Yeah, I think this was
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
ETB that gave you 10. The shrinkflation got
Gave
to
you-
the ETBs, and now you get like 7. Is it 7 or 8?
I think it's 8.
think-
It's 8.
I think I went from like it was like 10, then they went down to 8, and then the ones that I did like a few months ago was like 9.
Okay, so we've gained another pack, or maybe you just
We
got
gained
lucky.
a pack.
You got a random one by accident.
No, they've said 9 on the box.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Right, so it's not too bad.
But I did
ETBs
once have
used
an
to be-
ETB that's. I once had an ETB that said it comes with 10 packs and it only came with 8.
Oh, I'd be returning.
apparently
Well,
it was
I was going to
just
say
red
I'd be
on the
returning that, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
not.
don't know about that one. What was the last set you opened up, Phoenix?
I don't remember.
Remember the card in it?
Think it was the one. I think it was the one with Terrapagos on it.
Okay, so
Stellar Crown?
Celestial Crown, Stellar Crown.
Yeah,
Yep.
So
I haven't
that's
opened
like
it
what?
up in ages just because I'm saving my money.
December. That's December of last year.
What you saving for Phoenix?
That was a lot.
Is it just games?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice. What game? What are we looking for?
well, we've got to present in 6 days. Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting ZA in October. We already know that. So, and then
We're
everyone
probably
else
gonna
is
get some like news probably on ZA.
Yeah, we're gonna get ZA release date, some megas. We'll probably get info about champions. Champions is probably gonna get a release date. We're gonna learn more
Oh,
at Worlds probably about
I am
champions.
so looking forward to Champions, man. Like,
Yeah,
maybe more
we're
than ZA, just because of fast draft.
Because
yeah, no,
well, the
yeah,
main
for
thing
like
is I've been like contemplating creating a draft league when what's it called? Champions comes out.
ooh,
You know what?
With-
If you need fillers, I'm there, Phoenix. Or you can have my Google Sheets. Either or, you can pick me or the sheets. You get one or the other.
Both,
uh,
both,
yeah,
both is good.
I'll take the sheets.
I did. I had a thought today. It's like like AI is so good, right? Like it's
Yeah,
getting to a
Yeah.
point where
that's scary.
especially for
Scary
coding.
good.
For coding, it's amazing. Could I not just give it Auto's website and say remake it for me?
You probably could, but you probably get in trouble by Auto.
Well,
Like
he
creating
discontinued it
his
and said do what
website.
you want. But if I could reskin it, I'd still have to
I
host.
guess so.
But like I could maybe because I don't think this ever made the light of day, and I'm happy to release it on the podcast. It's that obviously me and Seb were planning on making a website. Seb actually like went to school to learn coding. Not I don't think it was entirely to do with remaking the Draft League website, but
Yeah.
he wanted the skills anyway. Coding skills are amazing, and especially when he's already got an aerospace degree. I mean, the world is his oyster if he can code.
A lot of opportunities out there, yeah.
Yeah. And we were trying. So I've finally made use of the logo. I'm going to use it for the Draft League diaries. But we were planning on remaking the Auto's website, and we tried taking the fast route. And we literally got one of his. He had 4 friends that were into like web development and back end stuff, and they said it would cost £15,000 to make that website. And I just and then when that number hit, I just appreciated Auto every single time we were like, oh, the amount of times we messaged him going, oh, can you just add this? Can you just add that? Can you do this? Can you do that? And he never did it he never blinked his eyes. He just went, yeah, sure, I'll get it done tonight or whatever. It was just him doing that website.
Yeah.
Out of his pocket, it was hosted. Anyone could join for free. It was unreal. And then hearing someone valuing that like type of database at 15,000, I was like, wow. Just wow. And then the one that was meant to replace it, I'm still in the Discord. It pings every 7-8 months saying like, yeah, we're still here, we're still working on it, but they've been working on it since Auto's website went down, which I think was 2021.
I think so.
No.
But it's a big project to create like an
Was it
entire
21?
website.
It was just after COVID.
4 years ago.
Yeah, it was like before, like it was like in between Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah,
We
like,
lost
around
it
that
after
time.
what, season 3, right? That's when we lost it. We lost it like
Yeah,
season 3.
season 3
Like,
was the last one.
we did BDSP on it. I've still got the data export
True.
off him.
okay.
It still says our BDSP is ongoing, which I look at it every so often and go, haha, that's funny.
I mean, it was ongoing for ages because the finals between me and Joshy were just like postponed so far.
I remember
Until I
one
eventually,
stream. Do you remember it, Phoenix? We were like, should we just play the game? I think we got Josh in, or Josh joined one of my streams, and he was like, well, should we just play it? And then you're like, yeah, but let me gen it. And then Josh was like, nah, I can't be bothered. So we'll save it for next year.
I think I remember that.
Maybe
And then eventually
one
we
day.
were just like, do you want to just play this out? And we're like, yeah, sure. And then I recorded it and then just put it up.
Nice.
I'll need the result, Phoenix, because then I can finish it off. I can put
I have a
complete
video
in
on my YouTube channel with it.
in my Excel sheet. But no,
Freaking
that
power herb solar beam pouring onto. That's the only thing I remember. To be able to kill Rote and Wash, because my team didn't really have a good grass type.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Dude,
So
Phoenix and his strat.
I suppose we should
it did.
pivot to draft league stuff now. Like we've been beating
beating
around the bush a little bit.
We've been beating around the bush.
And maybe we're gonna see. You might have to repeat yourself for the new series, Phoenix, but we'll go through. The man of the text. So, well, first, you don't have to be biased. What's your favorite league you've ever done? like, because I know the CCCs were fairly bog standard. Are there any that have been out there that you thought, you know what, this has actually been fun from start to finish? Because I know a lot of them, when you join, the draft is really exciting. You get about 4 weeks in, and it's like, okay, it's a bit stale now, but we'll see it out.
That's mostly been the case of just like Regulation F draft leagues until like recently, where everyone's just started turning to Regulation I.
Okay.
Which is
But-
too restricted, right?
Yeah. But they've split it into like 2 tiers. So we have like things like Miraidon, Groudon, Kyogre, you know the law. And then the second tier, which is things like Dawnwings, Necrozma, Reshiram, Solgaleo, those type of things. So you have to pick one from the first one and one from the second one. So you can't just have Miraidon, Kyogre.
Gotcha.
I mean, some points drafted let you, but you'd have to pick a load of D tiers afterwards. You'd have a sunken next to you, Kyogre going, God, rage powder.
Unturn used. I don't even think it gets Rage Powder.
Oh god.
I mean, somebody in the ADL thing draft as a Koraidon Calyrex Shadow Rider. So, yeah.
Jeez Louise. I mean,
Bruh.
Terrifier,
Good
Terrablast from that
lord.
in the sun. Jesus.
It's over.
So yeah,
Never mind Terrablast, Flare Blitz.
Oh,
It
so
gets Flare Blitz.
you've done Reg F, you've done Reg I, and then you've pretty much done every
I've done
Sword and
one
Shield
Reg. I've done one Reg H draft. I've done one Reg H draft, which is like no paradoxes, no legendaries, stuff like that.
Oh, that was like the one before. When was it? That was like last year, right? Reg H. Was that what,
Yeah.
the
I
Rise
did
of
it.
Dragonite?
I think it was, but I didn't have Dragonite. I had like a pure like, what's it called? Pure like Trick Room team with like Torkoal, Ursaluna, Blood Moon, Farigiraf. I even had a Basculegion in there. So it's like,
Ooh.
So would you say that like Reg H has been your favorite, or Reg? You said Reg I you're playing a lot of now. What's been your favorite?
I'd probably say Reg F has still been my favorite because it's been like the most consistent in most draft leagues that I've participated in.
And then just out of any format you could ever play, like what would get you? So in fact, let's pitch it as this: Champions comes out, you're making your first draft league. What format are you doing? You don't have to pick like the bog standard ones. It's just whatever you want to play.
It's probably going to be a version of Reg F, but it's going to include mythical Pokemon and well as like Kyurem, because regular
Do you reckon
Kyurem
they're
is
going to give us
apparently balanced.
mythicals?
I mean, it's probably going to have every single Pokemon ever to exist, so probably.
I think the most fun we've ever had in CCC has been this season 3 with the mythicals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had fun using Jirachi.
Yeah.
I think I look back and maybe we should have maybe allowed Dynamax, but not for the mythicals. That would have maybe balanced it a little bit more. Because it was just literally load up on your mythical and let it rip.
Yeah.
Josh did it with Magearna. I did it with Marshadow. Seb did it with Victini. You did it with Zeraora. I can't remember what you had, Phoenix.
Jirachi.
I tried to do it with Jirachi.
Yeah, it's more of a slower pace.
I tried it in like halfway through the season for Thunderous Furion.
I mean, that goes dropping a mythical for just a roaming legendary. Oh, who'd have thought? And then in terms of like you're going
Melmetal.
Oh my days. Oh yeah. I looked at her team.
I took care of that Melmetal. I didn't think they did do shit against me. I fucked that bitch. I fucked that Melmetal up.
It was Crystal and the Mahogany Town Talonflames, right? She had Rillaboom, Arcanine,
Melmetal.
Something else in that. I think like was it an Aromatisse or something? Her team was just pure bulk.
She had a Clawitzer too.
Clawitzer. I love Clawitzer.
Yep.
So we've got mythicals involved and a couple of other added extras. What draft type are you doing? Because I think everyone loves points at the moment. Like, I'm a big fan of just forcing tiers.
Me too.
I'm probably gonna do a hybrid, like 1 or 2 from each tier, depending, and then points.
Yeah, so I think we did that for BDSP, and it worked really well.
Yeah, it's common in like draft leagues nowadays, or like.
And then we were gonna we were going to do that for season 4, but they auto killed the website, and then I was like, I was still learning Google Sheets at that time. I wasn't
So
the
you just
expert that I
do
am now.
Did we ever do a points draft?
No,
No.
not for CCC. We
So,
didn't.
okay.
CCC season 6 coming back with pure points.
I don't, because I look at that message, and that message every single time. The last one in the CCC announcements is, "Sign up entrance for CCC season 6. Is anyone interested?" And it got like nine responses.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh,
One of them
maybe
being me.
maybe there is a if people wanted it, I would run it for people. But I just see.
I mean, I feel like some people in like the GLDL server, if we put it like in like there, people would no doubtly because like Toby and Raz would probably tell them this is a good league. You can probably have some fun in this league, and they'll probably join it. We'll
Yeah,
probably get at least like 20 or something people.
I don't want 20. I
Counting, like,
don't
the
want
9 we
20.
already
Please
have.
don't kill me.
I mean, you could put a put it up again and just like redo like the thing, and I can just put it in the GLDL server.
I think
you
we
wanted to, though.
like you say, Phoenix. I am happy to pass the torch on if you wanted it to. Well, you could rename it if you really wanted. We'll see what we get with champions, because I'm pretty sure the presents is this week.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yes. It is.
I mean, I'd be down to take the torch on from the CCC. I created my own logo for the league, but like I'd be fine like taking the mantle of the CCC.
I'm happy
turn,
for
like,
you to
my
bring it
idea.
back for a season 6. What I was about to say, you mentioned the GLDL. It's like the only reason why I haven't brought it back, with me just running it, is because I see people like Wakeman. That draft, like, that is the draft community in my eyes. The GLDL Discord server is the draft league community.
Yeah, we have
There
like
is so
we have the MFDL as the second one. We have ADL, which is Toby's league. Like,
Yep.
and then there's another server that everyone just enjoys, which is called TGR, which is just like a bunch of like fun formats, like everything cannot terror. But if you bring a Pokemon that everyone has on your team every single week, you get more rewards.
That's cool.
And then like,
Wow.
yeah, it was called Spotlight, and it was hella fun. That might be one of my favorites, honestly. Like, you start off, the only thing you can use is consumable berry items. Nothing can Terra apart from the Spotlight Pokemon that rotates in every week, which is like a D or E tier. So it's like you're forced, if you want to get like better items, the ability to Terra certain Pokemon
You
and
have to go
stuff,
lower.
like you have to bring that D or E tier Pokemon that everyone has for that week.
Yeah, you see,
Okay.
I just see people doing better than what we did. The CCC was special because of the people that were in it. And
Yeah.
It's the friends we made along the way.
it's
It
literally
really is. It really is.
Literally is.
It really is.
And for me to bring it back, I just feel like it wouldn't have the original aura about it if it. 'Cause I know that Nick has said like flat no, not doing it anymore. He will only ever play fast draft, and I'm happy just playing fast draft. To be honest, it's cool, and we've got infinite possibilities. We could do whatever we want with it. It's great.
Yeah.
I do look at it sometimes, so I think I'd really get the urge. But and like we've done our drafts now. We did our little fast draft. And come next week, come next Sunday, I swear we'll be 2 games in, and I'll be tilting, going, I can't deal with this anymore.
Yes.
We'll
very
probably
much
try and
so.
make it so, like, I want to face Jake with his Gen 5 team. Freaking Chandelure, Ninetales, John Pluff, whatever. I forgot what the rest of your team was.
Oh, the rest of it's garbage. Absolute garbage.
Donphan.
Donphan that only has Earthquake. So it's going to kill all of my fire types.
Don't crap on Donphan. You know what Toby's going to say if he watches this.
No, it would be fine if you
Don't
just had
crap
like
on
high
Donphan.
horsepower. But like you warned us all beforehand. It's like there is only Earthquake in this game, and literally you'll be killing every single one of
I
your own
literally
mobs.
said it beforehand.
Yeah, Earthquake and dig. That's about it.
I'm gutted. I'm really gutted because at the one point where I was still dipping into the like A tier, and then Champ said, "Oh, can I get Crocodile? Crocodile isn't on the list." And I was half of it just like going, maybe I shouldn't say no, because I would have picked it if it was there. And he got like a really.
I'll just say no and then just be.
And then me.
You can't just say no and then just be like, "I'll take Crocodile. I am the leader of this. You cannot take it away from me."
It's Yeah, Gen 5's a struggle for me. I know Luke sat there smiling because that's probably the one format where even if it isn't exactly the same as Gen 5, his team has so much synergy that
I love
mine
that he
doesn't.
picked up Hippowdon. I love he's using Harley. Let's go.
I have
I literally had
it's a bot.
T-Star Hippowdon in season 2. I
It
like
literally
it
is just.
season.
Go ahead, Phenix. So I'm sorry.
I was gonna say my season 2 team was awful. Looking back on it, back in the day, I was like, I'm having fun with this team. Looking back, I'm like, this team is god awful. Why did I trade Sylveon for Mimikyu? Oh, well, Mimikyu for Sylveon.
Oh my gosh, that's awful. But
I
yeah,
had
no, the Gen
Lunatone as a freaking Trick Room set. I had Lunatone. I had Ice Beam into a Rillaboom and then died the next.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Yeah, season 2 was rough, man. I was thinking back about it too. I was like, bro, like my season 2 team was like really good on paper. It did not work well. Oh, and I was so devastated. So devastated. But we got Clive out of it, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Oh, that was the Sun
And
one,
also,
right?
Yeah, that was
and
a
also
bog
gave me
standard
my love for Cradley.
bog standard
Cradley.
Sun team.
You should have just picked the
Ninetales
Charizard
Charizard Executor.
when we had the Dynamax. You should have just done it in season 1.
I know.
It was
I
literally Charizard
know.
had its time. That G Max
know.
Charizard
He
was
picked
everywhere.
Cinderace. But he picked
I know.
Cinderace, which honestly
I
is just
did pick-
better. Honestly.
Yeah, but I also didn't know how to play Cinderace at all. It took me about 4 games to finally understand the Libero ability and understand what the fuck was
Sword
going
and Shield, it was
But I
very
see-
hard to play because it activated
Yeah.
every single time, right? It wasn't just once a game.
Yeah,
Oh,
It
was
was
it?
every single time he used a move, it switched things. Funny thing
Yeah.
is, I have Cinderace in a Sword and Shield draft league right now.
Nice.
I was playing the person and afterwards said, like, I forgot Libero worked like that in Sword and Shield, and I'm like, yeah, but it didn't live a Wicked Blow when I turned it bug type for using U-turn.
Nothing's living through the Urshifus in Sword and Shield. I'm not gonna lie.
Nope. Unless it's Grimmsnarl. Unless it's like Grimmsnarl or something.
It's
Yeah.
season 2 was wild. It's
Se-
I have
season 2
very
was
fond
like-
memories because I licked everyone.
You won.
I licked everyone
they-
apart from Seb, and then that's the reason
You had
I
a
picked
broken team.
Cinderace because
Yeah.
I couldn't kill the thing. I was like, how am I dropping like Stone Edges from Life Orb? I forgot what I had. It was
Aerodactyl.
Electivire. No, all Aerodactyl,
Oh,
but I think it was
okay.
an Electivire, and I was like, right, this is Life Orb, Stone Edge versus like no investment, just a 252 speed, 252 attack Cinderace, and that thing was living with like 25% left. I was like, how am I banking on a
Dynamax.
crit to kill this
Or
thing?
T-Max.
It's meant to be frail. It's like
Yeah.
It actually isn't as frail as you think. It has like decent bulk. It's got like 88 HP, 70 defenses. Like,
and then whenever I used it in,
Gigantamax, that
in
thing's
season
actually kind
3,
of bulky.
got licked off the face of the earth, and I was like, where is this bulk?
Because you didn't Dynamax it. Because
That-
you didn't Gigantamax it.
Well, Seb could have,
Seb
because in
used it
season 2 we
season
weren't
2.
allowed.
True.
yeah.
Maybe he just bulked it.
I think
Maybe
he
he
did.
invested it.
He never told me the EVs. I still want them to this day. Well, I'm still adamant that I lost that CCC season 2 final because he crit me. Fair enough, he prayed for it. He played for it. He did Scope Lens, Like and Rock McKnight with no guard, Stone Edge. So it's like,
Fair.
He was playing on a crit. Like he was playing for the crit. Yeah.
it's allowed, I guess. I'd have done the same. To be
Yeah.
honest, I said that I told him to do it one week and then he never did it, and then he came and did it to me instead. I was like, oh, you are a
He's
nasty
like,
boy.
I'll take your advice and I'll use it against you.
Yeah.
But maybe I tried to
those are
flex
the-
too hard. Sorry, Louis. Maybe I tried to
Yeah.
flex too hard. I tried doing Last Resort Kangaskhan in a draft league final. Maybe that was not the play.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, he was prepared for it from last season when I had type null sword stance last resort. So
That's the way I
To
should have
be-
gone. I went fake out instead, and it was
To be fair, that
I didn't
Kangaskhan
even
was
get sword stance.
fucking crazy.
that. Well, another mod that I stole from someone else because Crystal, one of the crystals, was using it in season 1, and it just never died, even with Dynamax. So I was like, well,
Yep.
that's what I'm
Might
having.
as well.
He also
so
had like Volcarona and like Ludicolo, wasn't it?
Yep. Mimikyu, Goodra. Goodra never died.
Yep.
And all of that
Gary.
got destroyed by a Shell Smash Cloister.
It did. It definitely did.
I'm pretty sure
Dude,
up until the point where it was like me versus you week 1 and like I think it was season 5 or season 4, I don't remember. I had never beaten you in a single match of Draft League. I had
Yes, it was
always lost.
season 4, and my draft wasn't fantastic, but it was still decent. It was like Baxcalibur, Gothitelle,
What's your man?
Fluttermane. For some reason, I struggled with speed that matchup, and you
And you
just
traded
licked
in
me.
Murkrow. Traded in Murkrow.
Yeah, what was that? Was that season 4? Yeah, it was. What did I trade that for?
Yeah.
Sableye?
I think it was Goth. It might have been Gothitelle.
No, I maybe did Goth for Sableye, and then Sableye for Murkrow when I. Yeah, that was it. I absolutely annihilated Steve, and I was like, you know what you need? You need a Sableye, not a Murkrow. You don't need Tailwind on your team. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, well, look, I've just slapped you with it. You don't, you can have it if you want. And he was like, okay, I guess.
You use some Seb. You use some Seb strats on that one. Like telling.
Hey, he did it in season 2 as well. He was like, "I'll trade you still. I'll try and convince you to get rid of your good Trick Room setter for a Fairy type that
And then
isn't Ghost
I
type."
didn't want it. I didn't want it for a Trick Crusader. I just wanted it. I needed it. I had too many specials. Too many special attackers. And I was like, I need to have physical offense. And then and then again, Jeremy slapped me to the ever living death in season 1 with Mimikyu. So it's like, I just copied off everyone else. I was still learning.
Yeah.
So I just, whatever slapped me about, I was like, okay, I'll have that next time. Aerodactyl got me with K Mega. I'll have that.
No, I mean, my season 1 trade I did with Phenix literally saved my draft league for season 1. I don't remember. What did I give you the Gyarados for? Do you remember Phenix?
Oh, Galarian Darmanitan.
That literally turned my entire season 1 around. Once I got that Darm, it was off to the races.
That thing with choice scarf, free choice band.
Same thing for me.
Yeah, choice band, Gorilla Tactics, fucking yeah, dude. Yeah, once I got that Dharma mind, dude, I'm still so because we've been talking about CCC for so long, but like talking about like the CCC doc and stuff like that. That season 1 like storyline for me is very much of like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, I need help. Got help. All right, I know what I'm doing now. And then fucking Josh gave Brandon the fucking win, and then I didn't get to fucking get in the playoffs.
I remember that.
And that is when I went on my villain arc.
I remember because you just lost to Mike, but
no,
you were still safe.
I beat Mike.
You beat Mike?
No, I beat Mike. I had to beat Mike in order to win. In our mind, we're like, there's no way in fuck that Josh isn't beating Brandon because Josh has literally swept through the competition. Player. And in the nicest way possible, Brandon's strats we called them Brandon strats because they were very unorthodox Brandon strats, right? And so like in our mind, it's like, it's okay, Luke has to win. There's literally like no chance. And we were wrong. But to be fair, Josh also said, oh, I just rocked up, didn't really care. I'm like, bro. Josh.
That's a Josh.
You know, that's
that's
when we learned about Josh.
He didn't show up to our quarterfinal match. And I would have never won season 1 because that Latios was about the Draco Meteor me to the head. It's like,
yes.
And I had nothing to stop it. Nothing.
Yeah. What, did you not? You had Grimstyle. What are you on about? You had Grimstyle.
No, he had too much setup, man. I think he had he had faster. So he had a Sneasel that could taunt my Grimmsnarl. So if I went Mental Herb, I could at least get a screen up. But at that point, it was too late because he was always running Brick Break to break the screens. And then at that point, it's just screen gone. Draco.
You're thinking a bit wrong. You're thinking a bit wrong. You should have died. You should have Gigantamaxed the Grimmsnarl and weakness proctor with Crobat. That's literally what I did like recently. I led Grimmsnarl Dragapult. I weakness procced Grimmsnarl with Steel Wing on Dragapult and one shot like their entire team because it was like Indeedee, Urshifu, Komolo. And also just one shot Lapras Because they switched
G-Max-
in a Lapras in place of the Indeedee, and it just one-shot it with
Bruh.
+2 max darkness.
People don't
Yeah.
realize that like Grimmsnarl is like that. It's got like 120
It
attack
has
stat.
base 100. Yeah, it's got base 120 attack.
Did you not use?
That's a
Well,
good mod.
I never used the G-Max version because the G-Max version's rubbish. G-Max
No, the
Snooze is
G-Max version's
okay,
better
but
than the Dino.
Max Darkness and the boost is better, right?
Well, I physically couldn't use the G-Max one because it's a league with a G-Max tier. I mean, G-Max was Cinderace.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I didn't realize there's a whole G-Max tier, but I suppose you get access to the signature moves, which are kind of crazy because like Lapras is G-Max
Yeah.
Resonance, right? With the instantly puts up
Yeah,
Aurora Veil.
changes. Yeah, you don't need hail for that.
I guess there's one question I want to ask you, Phoenix, and because you're the one who probably plays the most competitive draft league Pokemon on there. And me and Jake have kind of gone
Mhm.
back and forth about like what we prefer. But do you prefer Dynamax or do you prefer Terra?
I'd probably say I prefer Terra, mainly just due to the
Okay.
flexibility of the mechanic.
Okay.
Because with like Dynamax, most of the thing you think of is like, how can I weakness proc this? How can I make the most of the bulk? With Terra, it's like there's so many different ways that I can go about Terran a Pokemon. Like you make a Terra Steel, but then it's weak to something else.
Yeah.
You can go Terra Water, but then you're like with something else. Like you can make something Terra Grass to avoid Rage Powder. Like it's like a compromise thing where like you're good versus something, but then you lose to something else entirely now.
You like the balance of a Terra versus a
Yeah.
of a deal. Yeah, because I think about it too. I personally prefer Dynamax because I like the additional. It makes more. Your mons get obviously naturally more bulkier, but I like the strats involved with like Dynamaxing now, like learning like that max airstream boost speed, or like something creates sand, something weaknesses defense. Like when I first started playing, I had no idea any of that did shit or it mattered that much, right? Until I started playing, and then I realized, oh, that shit does matter. But but like I really enjoyed the flexibility. I enjoyed Dynamax a lot, and just the competitive VGC scene in season 1 CCC. I understand why we never brought it back because we were like tired of Dynamax. Because that's all it was. We wanted to go back to more of a bog standard like Pokemon format, but I'd like to go back and play like Dynamax again because I actually enjoyed that. I enjoy it a little bit more than Terra. I love the flexibility of Terra, but I think Dynamax is I don't know, from a competitive
Dynamax is
standpoint, I enjoy
crazy. Like you
Dynamax a
said,
little
I
bit better.
did not realize the boosts did that much, and then you get to like a board state where someone's got +3 defense because they've just been spamming Max Steel Spike on both mons.
Yeah.
And then you've got the other guy that's just, and then God forbid you accidentally set up like you do one of the ones. Was it the grass one that set grassy terrain?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the 4 that have a terrain type set that terrain. So it's like Max Lightning sets the electric terrain, Max Overgrow does grassy terrain, Max Starfall, and a Max Mindstorm.
I think what did it was just the scene, the competitive scene was so dead at the time in terms of all it was just ring your son. And it was really, really boring to watch. Luckily, this time round, like with Terra, we've got you have people like taking Primplup into season 2, day 2 in Gdansk. I think recently a Scraggy just won in Japanese events. You never saw that with Dynamax, really. There was no.
No,
It was
you
just.
I recently saw a picture of like usage stats on Showdown of Regulation I. Apparently, Scraggy has more usage than Landorus Furion.
Yeah, it's huge. It's literally
The
huge.
fall of Landorus Furion.
But yeah, it was literally every game you'd see Charizard go big, and he's G-Max, whatever, and then you'd have
Wildfire
a talk.
is Whimsicott Set in Tailwind or Sunny
Yeah,
Day.
and then or you'd send in the Torkoal and it would be a Venusaur, and guess what the Venusaur's doing? It's got chlorophyll and sleep powder. Wow. And then you'd have the one poor guy.
G-Max Fine Lash.
Yeah. And then you'd have the poor guy trying to run Kyogre in the rain, and then this poor Gastrodon would be sat there just trying to wall this Rin Your Sun team going, I'm taking it all.
fucking Gastro, bro.
And then you have people who run like Yveltal, then there's also just Station. Just
Yeah,
Zacian.
Zacian was
Just
mental.
Zacians, the Urshifus, like no, like
Incineroar.
well, Incineroar is still there, like to this day. Like, I mean, Incineroar, like, there's like, yeah, Incineroar. I understand why Incineroar is as good as it is. Like after like using it in season 3, again, like my like strategy, like I don't think I've ever like just been so much on like my game strategic wise, other than when I had that utility mod in Incineroar. And so like just doing that in season 3 and like playing it well, in my opinion, to like taking it in a competitive format, like it's one of the most flexible mons there is. Like it's you take a look at it and it does not scream fake out, it does not scream what you call it, freaking
Parting
what
shot.
is it? Yeah.
No, I get it. You look at it and it's got like 110 attack stat. It's like
Yeah.
if I think Wolfie's done it before. If you get it in the
115.
sun and start smashing flare blitzers, it does
killing.
damage, and it's not meant to be doing damage at that point. It's your utility mod. But I think it goes to show
Yeah.
The funny thing is,
how well it's done in terms of competitiveness is the fact that when they took it out, the only replacement was another fire type with intimidating Arcanine. Like,
Yep.
I always like to make this comparison. Incineroar has base 115 attack. Unpheasant also has base 115 attack. A Brave Bird from Unpheasant does the exact same amount of damage as a Flare Blitz does from an Incineroar.
and doesn't Unpheasant have super luck as well?
Yeah, so technically it could do more if it gets a crit.
There you go. Unpheasant, that's it. Bring it to the next one. Speaking of this, Phoenix, have you ever thought of we'll do a slight pivot, but we're still on the same topic. You ever thought of actually going and playing an event?
I've wanted to for like the longest time, but like life.
I know it's very
Just
expensive.
life.
It's
Yeah, and also just expenses as well. And like the closest and kind of only place that's like doesn't require me to take an airplane is London, which is like a really
you could
long
do a mini
journey.
regional, I
With
guess. Or
someone in Southfield.
yeah, but you don't have locals either. Like there was a local.
Nah,
There's like 4
because
places
Wales
that
is
do
never.
locals in
Because
UK.
Wales is yeah, because Wales is like never the place that anyone chooses to like do anything. Like, and like there's like only like one place which is in like Cardiff, wherever they do like shows and like musicals and stuff.
I suppose you could go to Liverpool, right? Liverpool's still like 4 hours away from you, but it's
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
Well,
most of it's just down to expenses.
Yeah.
And just life.
no, that's fair. I mean, honestly, like you can do like the what are they called? There's like the online competitions where they actually count for points and stuff like that you can do. Like I
Yeah.
can't remember what they're called, but you can do those online that aren't
Global
in person
Challenges
if you want that.
GCs, are they?
Yeah, that's it.
Global
Global
challenges,
challenges. Yeah, you can do those. Like, but yeah, no, yeah, Jake. I mean, you went and did one, and yeah, that was the reaction.
No, to be fair to me and Nick, we could have gone with the just the bog standard meta. We could have just thrown Ursaluna Blood Moon in at the time with Farigarath and a Tailwind setter, and you either click Trick Room and clicked Hyper Voice and Blood Moon, or you click Tailwind and Hyper Voice and Blood Moon, and that was it. But we tried going with something a bit more around the bush type thing. Well, we ran Galarian Zapdos. Nick did really well. I did god awful. I did 0-3 drop. Mainly because my first game I came up against a guy who had done, I think it was his 11th regional, and 7 of them he day 2'd. So when I sat across the room, he was like, "Oh, how many have you played?" I was like, "Oh, this is my first one."
He must have probably thought, "Oh no," or "I'm gonna wreck this guy."
Yeah, like he didn't know, and then I handed the sheet over, and he went. I remember him saying, "Like, oh, this is a really cool team. You're gonna lose." I went, and then he proceeded to.
Is that what he said?
He went. He absolutely ripped me.
You're
muted.
Oh no! I accidentally clicked the mute button. He absolutely ripped me with Roaring Moon and Amoongus. Like he literally 4-0'd me. I've never seen anything like it. He was a really cool guy though. I understood the banter between it because I did take a game off him, which was quite cool. He was like, "Oh my god! All right, this is working."
You have to take this seriously now.
Game 2, I took on a Archaludon in the rain, but he was ahead of the curve at the time because he was running Terra Bug, which
Oh,
was kind of cool, but also put me on a really awkward predicament with Gyarados because I'd want to Thunder Kick. But this guy hadn't played a lot, so I couldn't read his terrors. So the one time I tried to read it, he didn't. And then the other time when I should have just played, he did. I was like, oh my god, this is sending me west. So he ended up winning because he also had Coil Superior and a whole other awful amount of
Superior.
strats. Yeah.
So he wasn't
and
running contrary?
Yeah, contrary, Leaf Storm, Coil, the lot. It was brutal.
Can't run both of those because Coil would lower his attack and defense and accuracy.
Was it Coil? Was it something? I think it was just Leaf Storm and then Hypnosis or whatever. So it was wild.
Probably.
And then literally game 3, I came up against another VGC nerd. He had VGC in his name. He was 0-2. And then he triple crit me. Literally triple crit me in game 3. Tornadus with Bleak Wind Storm, double crit me twice, and then the next turn crit my Urshifu. And that was it. It was over. I was like, that's enough Pokemon for me today. I'm done. Nick, on the other hand, did really well. He got like 3 and 3 or 3 and 4.
Okay.
That's really good.
And he was slapping people with the Ogre we made. We ran like Focus Energy Wellspring at the time, which was it took Wolfie's Ogre Half Flame and just ran it with Wellspring instead. And it took so many people off guard because they see it as like a defensive mon and they thought it was going to be bulky, but it was literally just 252 speed, 252 attack, bonk, and it was ripping things apart. It's just so happened that the two teams that the first 2 teams I played, Wellspring did not do well into Archaludon or Roaring Moon. So
Unless you have like superpower or player up.
it's the so it was a look at the gab, I guess. Like you don't know who you're going to get drawn against. There was one guy sat next to me. He was running Swampert. I was like, okay, cool.
I would have loved to face him. I have a Gyarados, and he has a Swampert. We would have been using cool Pokemon versus each other.
We'd have been loving life. But that's when VGC players say like the hardest rounds of the first 2 is because literally you don't know what you're going to get at all.
Yeah.
And then once it starts settling down, the middle of the pack always tends to stay in the middle, and then all the top players you can see all. I saw like Joe Ugarte, and it was actually quite. I think it was the event where Alex Gomez got disqualified for having a Gend in Ting Lu, which was what. So there was drama. There was absolute drama at the time. But no, the main events are good. It's just be prepared. It's a very long day, and it's very, very boring.
Yes. No,
if you do not love the game, it's so bad.
When I went to events for Gen 5, one super small. Like they were like not big. Like these. How many people were there, Jake?
750.
Say, cause, like,
on VGC alone.
I remember learning in like False Swipe Gaming's videos that apparently Gen 5 wasn't really like that big and wasn't really well documented.
No, it wasn't. There's very little like documentation on it. I think the regional I went to was in DC, and I think there was maybe 300 people. And
I mean, still big, but like not like thousands.
Still big, but like Jake said, it is a longer day. I always like did middle of the pack. I always went like straight up like 4 or 5. Like we had like usually about 9 matches, 10 matches, and I either went like 4 and 6 or 5 and 5. I never had like a positive record. But like playing those like matches, like compared to like nowadays, like the scene is that, to be fair, Gen 5 was super boring because I did VGC 2011, so this was when it was just box standard, like black and white, like national decks, like no Landers, no Legends, no nothing. It literally was my team. It was Tyranitar, Hippowdon, and then Garchomp. It was just sand. That's really what it was. That's what it was back then. And everyone ran it. And so like you're literally playing like clones and copies of yourself and stuff like that. But yeah, the way it is now, like that team diversity, like you're paying, like Jake said, 750 people, like Swampert and stuff like that. Yeah, you don't see those in like the top 10s and stuff like that because obviously, you know, they're not meant to do that. The meta still always going to come out. But like the diversity of the teams that you face now is probably the coolest thing about like competitive Pokemon now versus
Great to watch.
you know,
Awful to play.
at this point, 10 years. Yeah, very fun to watch. That's why I'm such a nerd when it comes to watching it now. But back then, I hated playing. It was the most stressful like couple like hours and weekend of my life.
And it's always in a convention center that has no mobile signal. So the
and then
pairings take forever to load, so you don't know where and then you've got to find your seat out of like 700
yeah,
tabletops. And then like the food is awful. Oh, it's just
the food is awful, dude. Like
That
at least
that
yours
sounds
had at least you had food.
well, I brought it. Yeah,
Did you
I
like
literally
bring your own packed lunch?
yeah,
Yeah, at
literally a
least you had
lunchable,
food.
lunchable and a Ribena.
Yeah, everyone like they would be like a lunch break and people would go running like through the convention center to like a Subway or something like that to get whatever they needed. And I was like, I don't know if it's gotten any better, but the meme is very much a thing. I was like, God, it smelled bad, bro. I'm sorry. Like it just people, where
There
your
is a smell.
deodorant, man.
There
Like
is a
unfortunately, like I hate giving like the credence, but like there is like it's a joke, but it's also there. It's a joke for a reason because there's some truth behind it, right? But I just remember like back then, just like playing someone like bro, like you're winning because you smell, and I can't focus right now. I'm like,
I can't focus.
I can't focus.
Take a damn shower.
Just put on. I don't even care about the shower. Just put on. At this point, just spray some fucking Axe body spray. Do something.
But yeah,
do something.
The events are rough, especially because you have to be out there at like 6 a.m. You're queuing out, and it was 6 a.m. in Liverpool in January. It was freezing. It's like the last thing you want.
Oh hell no, hell the fuck no.
But
Not freezing.
I got a nice play mat, and I got a water bottle out of it, and a whole bunch of like cards and stuff. It was cool. Like my little like
Let's
play
go.
competitive set was cool. Like it's fine.
Nice.
When I went to EUIC to spectate, that was fun. I would definitely go to like a definite. What do you? Well, they're not. They're globals.
Didn't you
They're
go to Joffrey
internationals.
with that one?
Yeah, Josh
Didn't you
went
like
to
go
that.
see Joffrey with that?
Josh and Alex Shemansky. It was made even better because Alex won the whole thing in TCG. I had no clue what was going on, but I was sat there screaming.
Come on!
Yeah, Super Rod. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Super Rod.
I've never cried for an item in my life, but let's go Super Rod.
Let's go.
And then the VGC was pretty cool as well. It's funny enough. Me and Nick sat there as we were watching the VGC Masters final, and we said, right, we're on. Imagine we're playing as player one. I can't remember who it was that was there. While they're playing, we'll say each other what move we would have clicked, and I'm pretty sure we said that if both of us would have won that Masters final if we would have played the way we did it, which is pretty cool to do. There's a lot of times where you can like read stuff, but when you're up there and there's world championship invites on the line, there's thousands of dollars at risk. Like
yeah,
it's very easy for me to
It's
sit
an
down and go,
pressure.
click
Like you can
protect.
lose, like
It's obvious.
It's in front of an Urshifu. It's in front of an Urshifu.
Well, yeah, true. But there's also a very level playing field as well. I know, like when Luke was playing, a lot of the top tier players would be they'd have scouts because that's how you got team information. You'd have someone sat behind them looking at what they're playing. It's like, okay, this is what moves they've got. This is what turns they did. And then they would all go back after the meeting. Now it's much more easy. You hand over your team sheet and it's removed all of that stigma.
Yeah.
It's a much more, as again, it's like we talked about it before, but it is a much more concise, much more professional, much more well-run like format and standard now. Like the fact that it is open team sheet now, I'm like, it's so much better. Like that I'm glad they at first I heard that and I was like, I don't like this. But then like as it's gone on now, I do appreciate it because again, it is like it takes the unfairness around because like you said, like the top players, they do have friends in the tournament, right? So if you beat someone, they're gonna go. I'm not gonna like. I'll use Wolf as an example. I'm not saying he does this, but he probably does. But like, hey, I just played this guy right here. He's running T-Tar, Hippowdon. These are the moves he has. I'm 95% sure he's max HP. It's a little faster than normal, so he's probably got some speed investment. Da 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 da. They take that in there. Let's say I go play Wolf. Wolf now knows, like, all right, I know what I'm expecting here. That Hippowdon's a little bit faster, so I might set up Trick Room. And my Trick Room, I'll be slower and I'll be able to move faster than him. And so that's what like Jake was saying. Like that's the change. Instead of doing that now, you have all the information out front, so that takes that advantage. That's a smaller player like myself. Semi away, right?
If you're on that top table, chances are you're just playing on that top table all day. It's you drop in and out of the top two tables, and then that's where it gets very like groupy. You have someone running the same team, and you know that they've got the same Incineroar, and it's like, okay, his Mons outsped my Incineroar, so you know like what speed tier they're in, and then at that point, it becomes a mind game.
His Incineroar actually outsped my Rillaboom to fake it out, which means it has a good amount of speed investment.
And then at that point, you've already got an advantage over someone that's just coming in that you hand over the little yellow piece of paper, and it's red. One thing I do think is really cool, it was quote unquote leaked. I don't think it is leaked. I think it's just a generic idea spitballing from Nintendo and a patent being thrown out just in case. It looked like there was like semi-franchising in a way, and I don't think they'd run it as a franchise because, let's be honest, Pokemon Company do not deal with any other outside companies at all. But
not at all.
What it looked like was possibly like the top players. So maybe they'll take like the top 8 or 10 from each region, and running alongside the regional events, they'll have like little off seasons where they're playing like almost like a draft league, but it's a VGC league that they play week in, week out, which gives us somewhere to like someone to cheer for. And gives us something, because like we're on a massive downtime now with Pokemon. We haven't seen an event in the longest time. Obviously, we're on the run up to Worlds, so usually that's the case.
We have nationals coming up, right? Like, do you have US nationals? Does that already happen?
We had NAIC, we had EUIC.
Okay.
It's like
we're just on Worlds. Worlds will be Worlds is coming in August, so we're gonna get our big tournament then. And that's I said we're in a low.
Anaheim. Oh yeah, I remember getting annoyed. I'm just like, okay, you went from America to America, and the next location also in America.
Hey.
Like,
what
was all this going like to play? It's called Pokemon Worlds for a reason. Might as well just call it Pokemon America.
Well, they were in Japan for the past 3.
Pokemon America plus Japan, because they'd have to go to they went to the London ones.
I think the problem they have is it's so big. The venues are now like
they have
really
to get
struggling.
Big ass
the XL is like at capacity. The London XL arena is at capacity, so I don't even know if they could host Worlds. Given that Worlds is probably the smallest tournament there will be at this point, because they've raised the bar of entrance, but so there's not going to be that many people there in comparison to just everyone turning up to an IC going like, hello.
Well, the thing is with that, while Worlds will be smaller for the players, it's still a big ass fucking event where thousands of people are still traveling to go. You view it as a spectacle because that's where they have their giant pop-up merch and stuff like that. Like Worlds itself is very much a event for for the players obviously, but for everyone. It's like something that we would go, like me and you would go to, like, hey, we're gonna go to Worlds this year and watch the games and go buy some exclusive merch and get all that.
It's like fun stuff. It's like the League of Legends. It's like League of Legends.
Exactly.
Like that big tournament.
It's a big old cap to this season. It's the Super Bowl. It's the World Cup.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's
the Premier League title game.
And then like the official Pokemon company sometimes like gives like info. Like I remember was it like 20 before Scarlet and Violet, they like revealed like some new items for competitive and also Cyclizar. I remember them revealing Cyclizar over there.
Yeah, they give
like
it
Shed Tail. Everyone was like, oh my god, Shed Tail's broken.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, we didn't have the
Exactly.
stats for Cyclezar, did we? So everyone
Yeah,
was like,
but anyway, it was
that is
still broken because it
pre-Evo
also had
for
Regenerator.
Miraidon. Is it gonna have base
Yeah, everyone's like,
500?
yeah, everyone was like, "What is this Pokemon stats? It kind of looks like Miraidon and Koraidon."
How it wasn't, and now it is reserved for not
I
fully
mean, it was
evolved fast
busted.
traps.
I mean, it was busted in like Gen 9 OU at the beginning when Shed Tail was legal because it got
Yeah.
Regenerator, which
Yeah.
means
Yeah.
like it can just keep doing it. But then but then Shed Tail got banned on Cyclozar, and then Orthworm came in and did the exact same thing.
Ooh,
And then they banned Shed Tail
Orthworm.
altogether. They banned Shed Tail altogether.
So yeah, I think we've done a massive roundabout
Yeah.
talk
Yes.
of
Very much so.
So Phoenix, future ambitions. What do you plan on doing? Is it just continuously draft league, or are you going to get like Nick and say, I'm going to call it a day at some point and pursue something else? Or what have you got anything else in the work other than maybe building your own draft league?
Well, more like IRL. I signed up for not signed up, but I filled in my first job application like 3 days ago.
Oh,
So
the goodest, the highest amount of luck, shiny luck to you if you get that job. Your draft league career will be
Let's
down the pan then.
maybe.
welcome to the real world. You're not going to be able to play all your games. I'm just kidding.
I'm sure you will.
No.
Yeah,
Speed
you
prep.
will. You will.
Yeah.
As long as you
Speed
don't
prep,
have a
maybe.
Luke job where you work 12-hour days, you'll be fine.
Oh no, it's that. I just assume it's not going to be like 12 hours per day.
I would hope not. You'd better decline that job unless they give you like a $200,000 salary.
Pound salary.
And
Well,
then any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
No,
It's fine to say no.
Nope.
If we've covered it all,
That's
beautiful.
All right.
We've done our job.
Well, we've done our well, Phoenix, as
that
always.
is job well done.
Well, man, thank you so much for joining us. We really enjoyed having you on, man. We don't really get this chance to talk about like Pokemon in a depth, competitive like competition style thing. It's been fun. It's been fun, for sure. But guys, thank you guys so much. Show this video some love, like, comment, subscribe, stuff like that. I think we got the guests. I think me and Jake figured out the guest format better. So expect more guests in the future. But until then, we'll see you guys in the next episode. See you later. Bye-bye.